This is Volusia Today, a public information radio program brought to you by the County of Volusia.
Good morning, Volusia County. My name is Michael Ryan, and you are listening to Volusia Today, Volusia County's one and only trusted source for local news. Thank you for joining us this morning. How was that intro, Maggie?
That was wonderful.
I think I'm going to stick with that one, maybe.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'll forget it. We'll have a new one next week. I'm joined this morning by my co-host, Maggie. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. And Pat. Good morning, Pat.
Hi there.
Thank you for being here, Pat.
Oh, it's always fun.
Pat, it's always fun. Pat, how long have you been with Volusia County?
18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Maggie's about 18 years old, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's a little bit of exaggeration.
Well, it's thank you for being here today, Pat. We don't get you on the radio very often, so it's an honor for us to have you here today. Pat, you have big plans for the weekend?
No, I think I'll be doing chores, working in the yard.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, me too. Me too, probably. Maggie, what about you? Tell me you're doing something fun.
We're going wedding dress shopping.
Of course.
Yeah.
See, Pat probably doesn't know this, Pat. A continual theme for this show is Maggie's wedding. It's getting us through all of 2024, I think.
You know, people come up and ask me about my wedding. Like, people I don't know at the county building have been like, oh my gosh, you're from the radio.
You're the wedding girl.
How's the wedding going? This is weird. Okay, maybe we should stop talking about the wedding.
We're never going to stop talking about the wedding. So Pat, we spent, Maggie, 3 or 4 months probably.
Yeah, trying to figure out where it's going to be.
A location, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so Pat, we finally found a location. Now we're looking for a dress. Yes. That's very exciting.
Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah. My mom's coming into town. Yeah. Nobody gets to see it until after the wedding.
Oh, darn.
It's a surprise. But yeah, my mom's coming into town. She's coming into town today. And then we're going wedding dress shopping tomorrow. So it'll be my first time ever trying on a wedding dress aside from like my grandma's wedding dress for fun when I was a kid. So it'll be exciting. I'm excited.
So is it just you and your mom? Do you take friends?
Yeah, it's just me and my mom. I wanted to, for the first one, to like limit the amount of opinions in the room so I could at least figure out what I liked. Yeah. And then from there, like I'll probably invite James's mom and my sister and for try-ons after that. So first one, just me and my mom. So. All
right. So which Friday will you be here on the show in your wedding dress?
Oh my! You want me to come in my wedding dress?
Yes, that would be great.
The Friday after the wedding, so in February.
You're gonna wear it for like a whole another month or two.
Yeah, I gotta get my money's worth out. Those things are expensive.
Yeah. Where do you go wedding dress shopping? I don't even know.
Honestly, it's a great question. I don't think I did it right. We're actually going outside of Volusia County for the first one to go to like the bigger stores out in Orlando.
Right.
And then I think once I figure out what I like, then I'm going to come into Volusia County to go to like the boutiques and stuff because they have a lot more like curated dresses is my understanding. So you go to like the big box stores to figure out what you like. And then from there you can kind of pick and choose your boutiques. So
nice.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Fun. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Pat, I got married about a year ago now, a little bit over a year. But we are slightly older than Maggie and her fiance. So we did not go to Orlando to look for wedding dresses. We did not take a special weekend. I'm pretty sure we got it on like Temu or Wish or something. It just showed up in the mail one day.
She got it off Temu?
No, God,
please tell me no. I was going to say that would. I feel like it'd be falling apart.
Let's also hope she does not listen to this radio show.
No. My sister's also getting married and she's doing the online option. So
is she really? It's really a thing?
Yeah, it's really a thing. You can like order dresses online. You can do like the try before you buy. So you like try it on and then you keep what you like and you send it back. So I think she's had some pretty good success with it so far. So yeah.
But really the event of it is fun. Like going with your mom and
that's what I said. I was like, I want to go. I was like, someone give me some champagne and I'll be hanging out in a dressing room with some wedding dresses. As long as I don't spill the champagne, we're good. So
that's part of the process. We're actually going to a wedding next week in the Bahamas.
Oh.
And it's a Bahar Mar or something like that. I forget. There was some big, huge resort.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah. We're
sound really excited about it.
I'm pretty sure this wedding's gonna be more expensive than my last wedding.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Just getting there is a lot. So let's hope they don't listen to the show either. So let's talk a little bit about Volusia County and some Volusia County news. Pat, I know we talked a little bit off air. You had a couple things you wanted to bring up that are coming up in the future.
Yeah, first off, I want to let everybody know that all of the public libraries are going to be closed June 8th and 9th. But they're closing for a very good reason. They're going to be migrating to a new online catalog that will make it easier for patrons to find what they're looking for.
You can reserve books through the online catalog too, can't you?
That's right. Yes. Yeah, you can reserve books and go pick them up at whatever branch you like.
Oh, that's nice.
Libraries are a great place to be, and they're very cool right now with the heat coming up. You can go to the library anytime and just sit there all day if you want, read some books and cool off in the air conditioning.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
You know, I think there's the misperception that libraries are not frequented anymore. And, it's 2024, we get everything we need on our phone, that kind of thought process. And if you've not gone to a library in a while, go check it out. There's a lot of cool technology there. It's more than just books.
That's right. They have lots of fun programs, too. They have guest speakers, and sometimes they even have singers come in and perform right there in the library.
That's super. Well, books are kind of making a comeback, too, online for my generation.
Right.
So, I mean, the Colleen Hoover, I think they have all of those books, and I know she's a huge author that my generation's super into. And I imagine if you could get it cheaper at the library and you can reserve the book and find it, I would rather do that than spend $30 buying the book. So not a bad option.
Yeah, they're not cheap anymore, right? We spent last week, actually part of Memorial Day weekend, we just did a staycation in Orlando, and I sat by the pool for 2 days and read a book. Yeah. And
what'd you read?
It was an old actually it was an old James Patterson.
Okay.
We have what they call a little library. You know what a little library is? Pat, you know what a little library is?
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pat loves little
language.
libraries.
Pat, watch the language. I borrowed one from the little library in our neighborhood. But it's like this 2,000 page James Patterson. But we sat there, and my wife just got a new Kindle, and which is nice too because she can also download books through the library and put them on her Kindle.
Yeah.
And so anyway, libraries, lots and lots of services. Go, please check them out. Pat, how many libraries do we have?
14.
14 is a lot.
Wow.
It is. Yeah, they're scattered all over the county. And I want to mention my chiropractor. He's going to be singing.
Nice segue.
Yes. He's going to be singing at the Port Orange Library in early July. I forget the date.
Really?
But he's a John Denver impersonator. His name is Carl Bennett, and I'm taking that day off so I can go hear him sing.
Pat, I may take the day off and go with you.
How cool is that?
Yes.
Singing chiropractor.
That is. Does he sing when he gives you adjustments and stuff?
No, he doesn't, but I did buy his CD.
Did you? That's funny.
You should ask him next time you go. Be like, can you sing a little tune while you do this?
Right. I need to relax.
My chiropractors, I go to an office in DeLand that I absolutely love, but they all talk all the time so much. And I learn more about pool maintenance from my chiropractor than I do from my pool guy while I'm getting an adjustment.
Right.
But wow, so tell me the date on that again.
I don't know the date. It's early July, and it's at the Port Orange Library. I should have come prepared.
Does he dress like John Denver?
He has in the past. I'm not sure if he does anymore.
How funny.
But yeah, he's a big guy, so when he puts on that wig,
yeah,
he looks kind of fun.
We were at a piano bar in Asheville a month or two ago, and a John Denver song came on. Country Roads, I think, came on. Oh my God, that whole and Maggie, there were people like your age and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
I love that song.
Yes, and everybody knew the lyrics. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, that made a resurgence a couple years ago online. That song was like trending for a little bit. And
really?
It kind of took off. Yeah.
Wow. I remember my parents making me listen to it when I was a kid, and I like it now. At the time, I was like, "Oh my God, this is the worst twang ever!" Like I couldn't.
What?
Do it.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. So Pat, what else you got for us this weekend? They're coming up.
The summer food service program. This is a big deal for working parents who have little kids at home during the summer. The county is going to provide free breakfast and lunch to kids under 18 from June 3rd through August 9th at 63 sites. Wow. All around the county. So if you want to know more about this, go to volusia.org and look for our news releases, and you'll find it right there.
Okay. Pat, do you have to be income qualified?
Yeah. No, you don't. You do not. They do. Anybody can walk in and eat. No limitations.
Oh,
on
nice,
that. Yeah.
nice.
Now there is some rules that you have to stay on site to eat, right?
That's right. That's a good point. During COVID, they were able to pick up bagged lunches and bring them home to their kids. But since COVID's over, we're following the new state rules, which say they have to eat the meals on site. Mm. And the only exception is the Pearson Library. You can get a bagged lunch to go from there.
Good to Oh, good to know.
So for most of those, look, I can't back up with open my SUV up and feed my 19 children.
Probably not.
I can't. No,
No,
I have to make
you got to show proof of kids.
I'm not taking all of them anywhere at any point, so they're just going to have to figure out their own lunch. And so how many? 63 locations?
Right.
And what are they? Schools? What are they?
Well, there are all of our libraries are participating, and there are a lot of community centers scattered around the county.
Okay.
And also, I'd like to point out that the county is providing 63 sites, but the school system is also providing free meals at many of their schools.
Okay. That's a great program because it ensures that the kids who are not in school during the summer and may not have the opportunity to have a hot lunch, a nutritious lunch, can get one and get one free, right?
That's right.
Nice. Okay. Well, I tell you what, let's take a break and we will come back and talk. It's the Pat Show. We'll come back and start with Pat again.
Oh, no.
We are Volusia County Beach Safety. We're here to serve Volusia County's 47 miles of unique coastline. You know, Volusia County beaches. Yeah, those beaches. But also these beaches. We have millions of visitors every year, and we work around the clock to keep our beaches safe and beautiful. And you can help.
Swim near a staff lifeguard tower.
Pick up your trash and fill holes. Identify, avoid, and escape rip currents.
Please leave the beach cleaner than you found it.
There we go. Look out for one another and keep an eye on kids, especially near the traffic lane and in the water.
Pets are allowed at our 2 pet-friendly beaches, Lighthouse Point Park and Smyrna Dunes Park.
If you see something, say something.
A clean and safe beach guarantees fun in the sun for everyone. Thank you for doing your part to keep Volusia County beaches beautiful. See you at the beach!
Make the most of your day at the beach. Download the Volusia County Beaches app today. Sign up for real-time notifications on vehicle ramp openings and closings. Find staffed lifeguard towers. Get updates on tides and beach conditions, plus off-beach parking and coastal parks info. Volusia County Beaches app is available for your smart devices at the App Store and
Good morning, Volusia County. My name is Michael, and you are listening to Volusia Today. And today we have a special guest, Pat. We don't get her on the show very often. And so the whole first half of the show was the Pat Show, all Pat, all morning long. Let's not break that streak. Pat, you've got some turtles to talk about at the Marine Science Center.
That's right. I've got a good question for you guys. Do you know what Orkney and Quark have in common?
I don't know what Orkney or Quark are.
Orkney and Quark. Is it a kind of like coral or something?
No, they're both types of cheese.
Oh!
Really?
Yes. I never heard of them either. I had to look that one up. But the reason I'm bringing this up is that the Marine Science Center is going to release a few small green turtles, sea turtles, on the beach Tuesday morning. And their names are Orkney, Quark, Gouda, and Hopyard. So apparently, Hopyard is a little known.
They're doing cheese this year.
They're
right?
doing,
Their
yeah.
names. I forgot about that.
A cheese theme coming along.
Did you say this year they're doing a cheese all year long?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All year long. Last year it was
How
something
funny.
different. I want to say it was like books or something last year.
Yeah,
or writers,
they've had
or...
themes before. I can't. Rock stars they've had.
Yeah, I was gonna say they've done a bunch of different themes. So when I heard cheese, I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. But lots of cheeses I didn't know. I guess.
Right.
That is
so.
great.
If you want to watch this this turtle release, they're going to release 4 of them at 3:00 Tuesday at the Beach Street ramp in Ponce Inlet. And it's really fun. There's usually a couple hundred people there lining the way and cheering the little turtles on, and it's really heartwarming.
Little turtles on. That's great. Have you ever gone, Pat?
I have. It is fun. I really like it when they release a giant turtle. Sometimes these turtles are 200 or 300 pounds.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And it's so exciting.
So, and most of the turtles that they're re-releasing, I don't even know if that's a word, but they're releasing back into the wild, if you will. They've been rehabbed. Is that right?
That's right. They find turtles that have stranded on the beach, and many of them are covered with barnacles that weigh them down. So they scrape off the barnacles, and they also test them. They've had quite a few with pneumonia. And they rehabilitate them and make them all better. And sometimes they even have to remove a front flipper.
Yeah.
And some of the turtles make it without a front flipper. They can swim. Some of them can.
It really is amazing to watch. Have you ever been, Maggie?
I have not.
You should go. Actually, when is it? Tuesday?
Yes.
Will you please go Tuesday and take pictures for us?
I would love to
So
do that.
we
by
need
all
to,
means.
Yeah, please go. It is really, really cool, especially the first time. And I had a friend of mine, they call her the Turtle Lady. She speaks to all the classes and stuff. That's my daughter literally knows her as the Turtle Lady. She explained to me that the releases, different species react differently to the releases. And like some species just go down and they just disappear and you never see them again. And I forget which one it was. There's another species, they go about 50 yards and they pop their head up and it's like clockwork. You know it every time. Cool. It's pretty cool. So if you get a chance, go check it out.
Yeah, I definitely will. It sounds super cool.
So, and then the Marine Science Center, Pat, I've taken my kids. It's a great place to go and learn a little bit about marine life. But I don't know that people know that they actually do the work behind the scenes for the rehabbing, and it truly is an operational clinic that is doing really, really good work here in Volusia County.
Yes, they do. They take good care of those turtles, and there's even a little window you can look through to watch the staff treating the turtles.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Now you've been.
I have been. Yeah, it's a kind of a cool experience. Like you were saying, I loved watching the window. When I had gone, it was back in the winter, and apparently during the winter they have a lot of sea turtles kind of basically beach themselves, and they were, my understanding, granted I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me, there was a reason why there was a lot of turtles, and so I saw 3 or 4 turtles come through that clinic, and it was really cool, especially there's a lot of kids there who are interested, and so it was honestly really sweet watching the little kids go to the window and be like, oh my gosh, like there's a real turtle right there. So it's a really awesome experience. If you get the chance to go, I highly recommend for anyone who hasn't been. My favorite part though is where they have all the birds. The birds are the coolest thing. We had the little screech owls come out, and they're so cute.
They brought them out of the cage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they brought them out and they let us see them. And the one that we had that they had brought out was like the most friendly little owl. He just wanted to sit and cuddle with you. I think he had a disability with his 1 foot, and so he had he couldn't stand himself up, so he was constantly leaning, and so just constantly looked like he was like cuddling with you, and I was like, oh, I want to hold him. But it is cool.
Did you put it in your pocket?
I wanted to. I really wanted to, but no, I did not.
My wife right now is obsessed with chimpanzee experiences. Like she sits in bed and scrolls all day long and looks at like people petting chimpanzees. And apparently this is a thing you can go do. Oh yeah, but it's the same thing. It's like they hug you and you can feed them, and it's like, oh yeah, like she'll sit there and cry all morning long, drinking her coffee, watching chimp dance.
Well, those chimps are real cute until they get big and rip your face off.
Yeah,
oh yeah, apparently there's been a thing recently about the sloths. Have you seen all of that?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, sloths they move so slow, but apparently it's like all a scam. They can move really, really fast and like do some very awful things to you.
Really? The sloths have been lying to us all these years?
They've been lying, apparently.
Oh, who knew?
Granted, it could have been lying. I read it online. So take with it what you will.
Wow.
But according to Google, that is what Google's telling me.
They do look huggable.
They look so huggable. But don't hug them. Yeah.
Maggie, huggable animals, you also have some news about our animal services coming up.
Yeah. Animal Services is having a vaccination clinic at the Cardinal Drive Beach Park in Ormond Beach. It's right by the dog beach, which is really awesome. So if you're taking the dogs out for the day at the beach, stop by and get your vaccinations done. They're offering vaccinations for $10, but they are also doing microchipping for a completely free of charge.
Wow.
Which is really awesome. The microchipping is kind of cool. Do you know how it works?
No. Well, they put a chip under their skin?
Yeah, so they put a chip like right under the skin, and then if the dog or cat ever were to get lost, they have like a little tool that they wave over where the microchip would be, and if the microchip is there, they're able to receive your contact information. They can give you a call, let you know that they have your animal and their animal's safe, which is really nice. And it really helps. I mean, I've seen so many lost dog posters and so many lost cats, and so having that ability where you kind of have that layer of protection where if they ever did get out, they ever did get lost, they would be able to find their way back home. But no appointment is required, which is really nice. It's first come, first serve, but you do have to be a Volusia County resident. So make sure to bring your proof of residency and get those microchips.
Yeah, we've microchipped our last couple of pets, and it really is it's almost kind of the responsible thing to do at this point, especially if it's free, right? Mm-hmm. And it is very, very sad to see the posters or the posts on Facebook or whatever with the lost pet. Yeah. Pets become part of our family quite often.
Yeah,
so I tell you, well, on that very up and chipper note, let's take a break and we'll come back and talk about Hot Wheels monster trucks.
Subscribe to the Volusia County YouTube channel.
And hit the bell icon to know what's happening in your hometown.
There are so many great places to explore.
And things to learn.
With over 1,000 videos available right now, the channel offers something for everyone.
Let's go!
Did you know we have countless features showcasing history, nature, wildlife, and recreation? Subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Or that we live stream important county meetings and workshops where leaders make decisions that can impact our everyday lives. Did you subscribe yet?
Or that we record our weekly radio show, Volusia Today, where we interview staff from the different divisions and departments across our great county, and they discuss the nitty-gritty of their field and expertise.
Go ahead, subscribe.
But that's not it. There's more. Subscribe and hit the bell icon and fully explore.
Score!
Welcome back to Volusia Today. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday. It's a wonderful
Friday.
weekend ahead of us.
Friday coming off a short week too, which is nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. So talking about the weekend, tomorrow starts our Florida Preparedness sales tax holiday. Which is kind of exciting. I didn't know this was a thing until Clayton sent it over to me. But it's kind of cool. It runs through June 14th. You can get items such as flashlights, batteries, first aid kits, and so much more. And it's exempt from sales tax to prepare for hurricane season and disaster relief and all of that. You can find a full list of items at floridarevenue.com/disasterprep. But there's all sorts of things that are eligible that I wouldn't think of, generators, all sorts of cool stuff. So I would recommend checking it out if you don't have those things.
My daughter is obsessed with Mazda Miatas. Can we get one of those for hurricane season? Is that going to qualify?
I don't.
I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen.
You can make an argument, maybe. You know, like it holds gas, right?
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
like it's a gas can of sorts, kind of.
I think it's also important to know, Maggie, that June 1st is the beginning of hurricane season, and which is probably the timing on the sales tax holidays. My guess they probably were pretty clever with that. And this year they are predicting, depending on who you look at, what numbers you look at, but they're predicting one of the worst seasons ever, or highest probability seasons, maybe the better way to state it. So this is a good opportunity to go get prepared. Make sure you are ready to go, because there's a pretty good chance we're going to see some sort of activity between now and November.
Yeah, definitely. And having that chance now to prepare before you're stuck in a situation is really important. Especially like if you're a new homeowner. I think that's one of the things, James and I just bought our first house a year ago. And so we didn't really go through much of a hurricane season last year.
Right.
And so this year now we're kind of looking at it, especially now me being with the county and knowing kind of what's potentially coming. Having that opportunity to prepare and know that, there are things that you can do to your home to make sure that you're staying safe, make sure you get your insurance and all that good stuff. So,
Ooh, I have a confession to make. I've been sending out press releases encouraging people to buy flood insurance for years now, and I just bought it last month.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Clayton would be so proud of you.
He would.
Anytime you say hurricane, Clayton goes off on the whole flood insurance.
Oh, he's probably so excited that we're even talking about it now.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's about $900 a year, on top of your homeowner's insurance, because it's important to know that if you have homeowner's insurance only, you're not covered by floods. You have to buy a separate policy.
Yeah, and last year the hurricanes we had quite a bit of damage, but honestly, like the big thing that gets you is the rain. There's so much rain, and if you're street floods and you're not prepared to have that, recovery place, it can be a big problem.
Right. I tell you, Maggie, I've said this on the show before, I spent like 15 years at the Emergency Operations Center, right? So during hurricanes, I never had to worry about a hot shower or water or, lunch or any of that stuff, electricity. And I didn't understand how spoiled I was until I spent One year, I worked in private for a couple of years, and a hurricane came in. I had like no water. Half my house went out on the electricity. It was weird. One of the legs went out, and we were not prepared at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it until I had to go through it. And I cried like a baby in my bed for like 3 days and stuff.
Well, I grew up in South Florida, and my parents were always super prepared. And then moving on my own, I was like, oh my gosh, I am not prepared at all. Like, I need so many things that I don't have.
Yeah.
My parents just had ready to go, and so now we got to get into that. But
so I tell you what, as we start to close down the show, let's talk a little bit about the Ocean Center. There's big things happening there right now.
Yeah.
They are they're going under renovations right now to bring it up to standards with some of the technology and just the look and appeal. They have a really good fan base in business with sports and athletics and events like that. My daughter and I went there for gymnastics for 10 years in a row or something. But they're really starting to expand their appeal to the greater community. So we've talked about, they just had the Harlem Globetrotters, right? Did you go?
I did not. I saw the videos though. It looks cool.
Was it cool? Did it look
cool,
fun?
yeah.
God, I've always wanted to go. For whatever reason, it was a bad night for us. We couldn't make it. Pat, have you ever seen the Harlem Globetrotters?
A long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah, they're loads of fun.
Where did you see them?
Oh gosh, I think it was in Salamanca, New York.
Oh wow!
Oh, my.
that was probably 40 years ago.
Wow. well, in the heyday, like, 'cause that was when I was like a little kid, and that was a big deal to like. I remember thinking I couldn't wait to go see them. They look so much fun. So we also have the monster truck, the Hot Wheels monster truck that's coming up. And Maggie, I don't have my readers. Can you read the details on that for me? Because I can't read them.
You got it. It is the Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live Glow Party, lights up Ocean Center, August 31st and September 1st. There's a bunch of different times that you can go. If you go on oceancenter.com, you can probably go through all those specific times. There's some in the morning, there's some in the afternoon, and then there's some even later in the evening around 5 p.m. So make sure to check that out. Tickets and information are available. You can go to the oceancenter.com, or you can go to hotwheelsmonstertrucklive.com to get your tickets. So it looks kind of fun. I mean, I don't know much about monster trucks, but I might go.
It's pretty good. Pat, have you ever been?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty cool. I took actually I'm a girl dad, so so if I've got one, I've got 5 of them. And so a couple years ago, I took 4 or 5. At the time, they were pretty young little girls to go see monster trucks. They loved it. They thought it was the absolute coolest thing ever. So if you get a chance, go check it out. We also have Burt Kreischer coming up. Go check that out and have a good, safe weekend. Are you guys going to go to the beach this weekend?
I'm going wedding dress shopping. No beach time.
No
for
beach
me.
time for you at all. Well, enjoy your wedding dress shopping, and we look forward to our update next week. Have a great week in Volusia County.